Welcome back to the person who watches all my videos, and welcome to anyone else who happens to be here. This time we're up to looking at the sides and trying to stabilise potentially any splitting that might occur in the sides, because they're a little bit different to the normal Blackheart sassafras, these particular sides, in that they have some streaking colour zones along some lines. And from experience it sometimes makes it a little unstable and more likely to split. So I want to improve that by getting a piece of Blackheart sassafras sides, the spare side that I had, and I bent it, then cut it up into several pieces so that it would fit across several strategic places on the sides, on the inside of the sides. And I'll stick those pieces in like I'm doing one now, just on the inside. There we have a couple of them already placed in. And we're going to put one on the that up near the neck block, small piece up there. And you can see that's plenty of material to be able to do several pieces inside there. But we only need a small one because we're doing between the two kerfing pieces, which is only a small distance. That'll be the right shape, so it'll fit nicely into place. We'll be able to glue it into place very easily. And this minimises the use of having a double-sided guitar where you will use 4 pieces for the siding altogether. So I'm only using 3 pieces, the 2 normal pieces plus our reinforcing piece. Now just get this approximately right. I'll cut it out on the bandsaw and fine tune it with the bandsaw. In fact, that's going to work really well. That's a lucky break. I won't even need to use the belt sander for that one. Just putting the final pieces on there now. After we do this, we'll let it stand for a few hours for it to dry, and we'll have a look at what we're left with. Okay, just take off our clamps now and have a look at what we have. Now remember, the whole point of doing this was to make the sides more stable, because this particular pieces of Blackheart sassafras were, I think, from experience, more likely to split along the colour boundaries. So we've shored it up with some internal support, a fair bit of internal support along there, and we'll take this off, along here and along there. So there's a fair bit of support there. We've just simply, I had a few spare sides of Blackheart sassafras. I bent one of those and was able to cut out for each side there. Just one side of that spare set was able to accommodate the three on each side of these, and it looks all right. And I think it's gonna, that's not going to split now. That's going to be very stable on the wood on the outside. Let's have a look. So remember, I was worried about these parts here, because it's a little bit dry, this wood, drier than I probably normally would find. I'm just worried that it might split along those parts. I'm not anymore though. I think it'll be absolutely fine now. Better than fine. Now the other thing is, it should be more stable. It'll be, because it's not quite a double-sided guitar. I have built a double-sided guitar and that was much more stable than normal, but it should be more stable than we'd normally find. And maybe, if I get the camera in the right way, might just try to bend down on, that's a fair bit of strength I'm putting into that. Now normally that would easily bend. That's quite a bit of strength. This is really good, much more stable than I thought. That would probably be about 9% of the way to a double-sided guitar. Just got a little bit of spring in it. So I think we've achieved two things with this. We've achieved a much stronger side frame for our guitar, which was not our intended purpose, but it's what has happened. And we've also stabilised the sides of this guitar, so the person who ends up getting it will have no problems in worrying about it splitting. at some point in the future. So I'm very pleased with that. 2 things we're able to do. Okay, the next step then will be to put our top now back on, which weather holding out will be hopefully in the next week or so. Thank you for watching.